guys. Thanks for joining us once again. Hope you like the intro. This will be part two of the AMA that we are having today. For those who have joined us from the Pink Seal AMA, welcome. And to our community members, welcome again. Good to meet everyone. This is a great opportunity for me to answer any additional questions you may have. And yeah, let's get the ball rolling. I'm not going to go through the white paper or the website. I'm sure you guys have already read that. And I'm here today just to answer specific questions that you guys might have for me today. So I've seen that there are a couple of good questions here, and I'll go through them right now, actually. So before that, I'll just like to give a shout out to the management team. Uh, my name is Adam. I am the CEO of Subx. I have Joe, who is my chief operating officer. Joe is he owns an app development company and just recently exited an app for 250,000 US dollars, right? George, for our CSO, is from Lisbon, former managing consultant at the BCG, and absolutely fantastic. He has been guiding us in business strategy as well as to make wise business decision. Shout out to Termin, our chief marketing officer. Termin has done a killing, awesome job in trying to get as much publicity as we can and to ensure that even after our pre-sale, we will get a good stream of new holders, new contributors to come and join in our ecosystem. All right, that's it. That's my 1 minute pitch of my team. And now let's get to the question. So I think Danny has actually a really interesting question. So who is holding 10% of the unlocked token? That percentage is owned by the team and that will be sent to our staking pool, right? So immediately at launch, we will release out our staking application, which is called Bounty. Users will be immediately able to stake their SFX token to get APY rewards immediately at launch. This is a mechanism for us to incentivize holding as well as to reward our long-term holders in believing in our project. The APY percentages are attractive. They are in the higher double digits. And we are super excited to kind of showcase that to everyone. Bounty is a software that we are also selling to businesses. So if you're a project owner or you know a project owner that's looking for a staking solution and you like the experience that you have with Bounty, you got to give them a call and hook us up. So thank you for that question, Danny. Right, so there are a lot of there's a question from Jessa, right? Is there any anti-dump mechanism for the launching? So our pre-sale on Pink Seal, well, that's a tongue twister actually. It's public, meaning that you do not have to be whitelisted. Anyone can actually join in the pre-sale, which is absolutely fantastic, right? We give opportunity to everyone. We do not have any crazy competitions and stuff that can make the experience a little bit more unpleasant for people who are looking to contribute to our project. So we bought a software to actively front run trading bots. So the kind of software actually kind of detects when there's an abnormal transaction taking place, and it will try and front run that transaction by trading against the robot. This will prevent robots and bots from kind of sniping us and kind of manipulating our price, helps us to supply a stable price floor. In addition, the team will actively use the company fund as well to kind of support a very stable price floor. We are looking for sustainable growth. That's a winner for us, right? We do not want to go 20x and then down to the depth of hell in a couple of days later. We want to make sure that we are growing consistently. That's really important because a healthy price action and healthy charts will attract more holders, more business to our project. So that's really important for us. Our immediate priority is to ensure that the launch goes well and that our price floor is stabilized, that we do not, have wacky price action. I've seen some projects, they started launching and they go down like 50% immediately. That's absolutely crazy. We do not want that. We have mechanisms to prevent that. I hope that answered your question. You have another question, Danny. What is the approximate total slippage on Pancake Swot when it's launched? That's a great question. We do not have any transactional tax on our token, meaning that you can actually just use the default Pancake Swap slippage to transact in our token, right? So absolutely fantastic. Usually if the project has 10% transaction tax, you gotta add 11 to 12% slippage. We have none of that. We have no transaction tax, and the reason why is for two primary reasons. The first one is to get listed on centralized exchanges much more easily without any friction. This is really important to us because centralized exchange bring a lot of volume to the project, bring a lot of eyeballs and a lot of prospects to our project. That's extremely important. The second reason is that because we are eventually bridging to different chains as well. So our products are actually EVM compatible. What that means is that it's a any chain that runs on the Ethereum virtual machine will be compatible with our products, and that consists of the Binance Smart Chain, where we are launching first, obviously the Ethereum chain, Polygon, and Chronos by Crypto.com, right? So we will first support the BSC network before progressively expanding to the other networks. So that's going to be exciting. Having transactional tax significantly complicate that process. We removed it so that our transaction and our process when we go across bridges is going to be absolutely seamless, fantastic. Is there a whitelist for the pre-sale? Another question. No, it's a public pre-sale. Everyone is invited. We are eternally grateful for your contributions to our public pre-sale. Thank you very much. A nice intro by Wasim. Thank you very much. The marketing team has done a good job with the introduction, with the intro videos. I am absolutely pumped with the amount of collaterals that they have that they will be releasing after the pre-sale. So pre-sale marketing is just a small subset of the overall marketing process. What's equally, if not even more important, is the marketing that is done, the marketing and the branding that is done after the pre-sale, because that's where you can attract new contributors, more holders to the project, and that's where you can see nice price action, nice volume, and a nice price floor. So how will Subx work with regulators in different country, right? So as you guys know, we take legal really seriously. We have top lawyers looking through all of our stuff to make sure that we stay compliant. We pay thousands of dollars, right? 5 digits in legal analysis and legal opinions in our token purchase agreement. All of that can be seen in our website. We paid for a legal analysis on that on our tokens utility to give a statement where we are not a security token, we are a utility token, as well as we are not infringing on any Payment Services Act in Singapore, right? Regarding, we do actually have certain lists of countries that we are currently unable to supply our products and services to. They are on the exclusion page on our websites, and the friends the friends out in this country, I apologize for that, but in Singapore, this country are temporarily identified by our authorities for the for some perhaps some troubles with the UN or some sort of terrorism financing act. We will be able to supply to these countries when these restrictions are removed. I apologize to our friends in this country. And yeah, we look forward to serving the rest of the market. So you had so Team Hanzo has a question. He has an investment in another Pingsale project called Lord War, and basically the owner had the ability to mint tokens and said that it was NFTs. What he did was minted many coins and withdrew. Oh, okay. So I think you're saying that you joined another project. The owner had a minting function, and he basically did a rug pull, right? So our contract will be immediately renounced upon launch. Completely verifiable. We have no access to the contract anymore. It's a standard BEP20 contract. It's pre-audited by Certic and Hacken. We are extremely confident about our contract. We're going to renounce it so that it can stay decentralized, right? It's kind of ironic that a lot of projects, they actually have a lot of features in their contract that makes it extremely centralized and they can proclaim to be decentralized, which is kind of funny, right? We're not going to do that. Has been audited. It's safe. We're going to renounce our contract. We have no access to any kind of functions on the contract at all. In the event where there's migration, our liquidity tokens will be locked in a DAO eventually, as well as our reward pool. So in the event where we need to migrate to, let's say, Pancake Swot version 3, or if we want to do any modifications in the long run onto our contract, we are able to do a vote. People are able to approve our withdrawal of the liquidity token, and we are able to do the transfer like that. Absolutely simple, fantastic, seamless, and we will guide everyone along the process. Long story short, contract will be renounced. You have nothing to worry about there. You're interested in the Ananda, right? You have a question. You're interested in the metaverse vision. How will you integrate the metaverse project and bring it to fruition? I think like the first, that's a good question. and the metaverse has been really hot, right? Facebook renaming themselves to Meta. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's trying to catch in on the hype. For us, how we integrate ourselves into the metaverse is firstly by allowing companies, businesses, and individuals to be able to mint NFTs and to integrate these e-commerce NFT solutions into your marketplace and businesses. So that's our first step into the metaverse. Later down the line, we will definitely have more complex integration tools for company to be able to integrate NFTs and virtual products directly into their services. For example, if you are a gaming company, a traditional gaming company, you'll be able to use some of our products and protocols in the future to be able to bring this um, NFTs that you have minted into your game or your project itself. So that's going to be really exciting. We left the metaverse portion on our white paper, on our roadmap, a little bit more vague because we are exploring the different options. We are being very careful not to develop products for the sake of developing it. We want to make sure that there are actual use case of these products, to make sure there's actual consumer and business demand before we actually invest the energy and the time and the resource on my development team to actually kind of create this product. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be really exciting. So you have so Junior has a question. This project looks legit and solid, but it would be good to have a vesting time for private buyers. Some people can buy 10 BNB, 15 BNB, and then after that, the chart won't look good at launch. Come on. That's a very interesting concern. I mean, that's a very fair concern as well. But you need to remember that our pre-sale and our private sale prices are exactly the same. In fact, our launch price on Pancake Swap is exactly the same as well. There is no financial incentive to get on board our private sale except to lock in your allocation. And this is especially important for our institutional partners that have a little bit more funds to invest. They want to make sure that they're able to support our pre-sale, so they actually join in on our private. So we do KYC on every single one who participate in our private sale. If we feel that there's someone who's contributing too much, we have already reached out and told them that we'll be issuing a refund. On average, most of the transactions that we have in our private sale is 8 BNB, which is our maximum contribution limit in our pre-sale anyway. The amount that we raise in our private sale will go towards filling the hard cap in our pre-sale, right? So there's no special pricing. There's no exclusive pricing. There's no discount. It's fair and square. It's gonna be great, right? It's gonna be great. We actually have measures in place as well to prevent bots from kind of manipulating our price. We have software to front run these transactions just in case we identify a bot trying to do something funky and pump and dump our tokens. We are using company funds in the first couple of days to support the price floor. We want to make sure that we do not go below a certain amount of value that will make contributors and holders lose interest in the product. So the first 1 week is extremely important for us. The team is actively managing our charts. We want to make sure that we have a healthy looking chart that is attractive yet sustainable. Right, where to stake? Jester, you have a question. Is it available for launch? Absolutely. We have our staking application called Bounty that will be released before the launch before the pre-sale tomorrow. Users are able, upon receiving their SFX token, to stake their tokens immediately for APY rewards. It's going to be fantastic. That's how we incentivize people from buying and to actually lock up their tokens, helping us to create a stable price floor and to keep trading and to keep it more sustainable for us to maintain the charts. For private sale, so Yazid, you have a question. For the private sale, it's written that they will receive their tokens 3 hours after listing. However, I read it here in the group that they will receive their tokens at the time of listing. That's a good question. We will airdrop the tokens as soon as possible. At best, at the good case scenario, immediately after Pancake Swap launch. The 3-hour wait time is just on the worst case scenario, right? If there are some technical problems, which I highly doubt that happens, it might take up to 3 hours for the token to be released, but that's extremely unlikely, and you will most probably receive all of the tokens minutes after the Pancake Swap launch. That goes to the same as migrated token holders. You will receive your tokens as soon as possible the moment we launch on Pancake Swap. Is there an anti-whale dumping mechanism? the contract that we have is a standard BEP20 token contract. We will actively look out for any bots that are trying to manipulate the price. We will try and front run these transactions. The company will use our BNBs as well to kind of create a stable price floor to ensure that our charts remain sustainable. It sounds good. What's the future of this token? I see an existing token. All right, this is an interesting question. So SCT actually asked that she said that she see an existing Subx token. Why the relaunch and the rebranding to Subx Finance Lab? 6 months ago, the team actually released a token called Subx Token. Back then, our project was entirely different. We were targeting the startup ecosystem, right? And we were actually serving approximately 100 to 120 startups within the first 3 months of our launch, which was fantastic. During this time, a lot of startups came to us and started asking us whether we are able to build blockchain solutions for them. And at first it was one startup, and then they became 2, 4, 5, and then very soon we said, screw it, let's do it. So we started providing blockchain infrastructures to these startups and these crypto projects. We charged them high 4 figures to low 5 figures for the service. And we realized that this is actually a really golden opportunity, right? In this crypto hype, if we provide blockchain as a service infrastructure, we are essentially selling the shovel to the gold rush. And thus, we made a decision to upgrade and pivot our mission, our vision, into providing and empowering business to innovate with blockchain, metaverse, and DeFi technology. We changed our product infrastructure, we changed our existing applications, and we rebranded to Subx Finance Lab. The people who have purchased our token previously, we have not left them behind. They will be migrated over to SFX, and the liquidity that we have will be put into the pre-sale as well to support these people who are having our tokens. So everything remains fair. We did the math, everything checks out. This is great because it shows our commitment to our holders, right? That we will try our best to do the best we can to make sure that we live up to what we promise on what we actually want to do to live out with our mission and vision. There are a lot of projects that they don't work out, or they fail to pivot and they close down, right? Leaving people completely empty like that. We have a track record of ensuring that we are transparent. We are always in clear communications with our holders, and we believe that that relationship is really important for a successful project. Subx Finance Lab, our mission, our vision is absolutely fantastic. We have a repeatable business model. We are already earning revenue. We actually earn around $100,000 in revenue so far with our mission and vision, and we are looking forward to scale up with the amount that we raised during our pre-sale. Is going to be absolutely fantastic. Our investor, you have a question. I hope this AMA stays on your channel. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be on our channel. It's going to be on YouTube. You can watch it anytime that you want. Let's scroll down a little bit. Good questions. Will your countries, so Wasim, hi man, shout out to you. Will your country regulators accept nationalities like Syrian to be in the private? So as long as we have the exclusion list on our website, as long as your country is not on the exclusion list, you're more than welcome to participate in our private sale. For our friends who are unfortunately on the exclusion list, in the near future, if there are any updates to it, we will keep you updated. I apologize for that, and I thank you for your understanding. We take legal here really important. We want to ensure that we have a good framework to scale. We take finances and legal really seriously. Our Chief Operating Officer Joe is in charge of the KYC process for the private sale. He has been manually and thoroughly going through all the transactions, making sure that the KYC process is accurate, is seamless, is well documented. And the moment that he is done verifying the information and keeping the information regarding in compliance with the Singapore law, we will remove this information and your information will stay secure. So I thank you everyone for having some trust in us. So Dom Baker, you have a question. Great AMA, Adam. Thank you very much. Your roadmap aims to launch all 9 products by March 2022. How many more people you will need to recruit in order to hit this target? Interesting question. In fact, we actually already started developing our products 3 months prior to this. So we actually have a lot of them ready or in testing minimally. We do not require that much time to launch version 1 of this product. We will require to hire more developers to improve and upgrade our products to version 2. We are hiring 3 to 4 more developers in the coming 1 month. These developers will be used to upgrade our products, to maintain our products, and to ensure that our clients have a very smooth experience with us. We will first be developing a lot of business products, but we are planning to release our first consumer product within like in January next year, so that people who are holding our tokens are able to use our products and services as well. Nevertheless, from day one, every single holder of our token will get access to Bounty, which is our staking application. You will immediately be able to stake your tokens for APY rewards as a thank you for the confidence in the project, as well as to help us to maintain a stable price floor. The APYs are going to be attractive. They are going to be in the higher double digits, so it's going to be great. So are the prices the same? Question by Mohsin. Yes, the prices for the private sale, the pre-sale, as well as the launch on Pancake Swap is going to be the same. The moment it gets onto Pancake Swap, that's where the automatic market maker of Pancake Swap takes over, and you adjust our price according to the demand and supply of the people looking to purchase our token. So Danny, you have another question. You're missing out one of my question. If the hard cap is reached on pre-sale, will it immediately launch on Pancake Swap? Yes, the moment our hard cap is reached, we are looking to launch on Pancake Swap as soon as possible. That could be in less than an hour or maybe 2 hours. We gotta make sure that everything is okay, that all of our team members ready for the launch, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be seamless. We are looking to ensure that the whole entire process is clean. It's as clean as possible. We have seen projects that have an extremely chaotic launch, right? Either they have issues with their whitelisting, they have problems with initialization, or they forgot to enable some functions in their contract that kind of mess up their launch. We aren't gonna do that. We're gonna keep it clean, keep it simple, and it's gonna be great. Thanks for the question. Right. So Wasim, other services are to be paid in SFX token. Yep, our services and our products will be paid in SFX token. For example, for businesses, they will pay us in a lump sum to white label our projects, and they'll pay us in a monthly subscription basis to continue using our products. For our consumer applications, we will be taking fees in SFX tokens. For example, in our DEX aggregation tool, you can get discounts on the transaction fees if you hold SFX tokens, right? So we will be integrating SFX tokens deeply into our product ecosystem. That's really important because as we get more holders, more clients, more customers, more individuals who use our products, the demand for the SFX token will fundamentally increase. That will bring nice price action to our token. That's what everyone wants, and that's a win for everybody. What is the launch price on Pancake Swap? A question by Kevin. It's the exact same as the pre-sale pricing. Right, so for Tuyo, Frederick, you have a question. What will be the geographical or physical spread be like in the future? In the long term, is Africa in your consideration? First of all, we have the strongest presence in Singapore because that's where we are based in. There are a lot of blockchain companies that are based in Singapore. So from the get-go, we are already in a prime position to get customers, right? We are in Singapore. We have strong reach across Southeast Asia. In fact, our CSO, George, is in Lisbon. We will be flying over to Lisbon at the end of probably at the start of next month in December to kind of establish our Europe base over there. We will be looking to grow our community, our target audience in Asia and in Europe first, and then we will go on to the Americas and the Africas, right? I think that's absolutely going to be amazing. We have people reaching out to us from all parts of the world looking for partnerships and collaborations. Drop us a chat on Telegram, connect with us on LinkedIn. We can work something out. We have Wasim, who actually reached out to us trying to get us partnerships to the Middle East as well. So every single one of you is appreciated. Thank you. And it's going to be great, right? We can't do this ourselves. We will leverage on all of your strengths together as a community to grow far and wide. That's how we want to remain sustainable, and that's very important in our growth strategy. You can look at our growth strategy on our white paper. It's all stated there. It's going to be great. All right. So Where can I find the excluded countries as nationalities from your private sale? You can actually go onto our website, that is find subx.finance. On the token menu, there is overview, there's a legal opinion paper as well as an exclusion list. So you can check it out right there. SCT, you have a question. Are you still taking applicants for the private sale? Yes, we are. Private sale is closing soon. Actually, it's closing today. So if you're interested to join our private sale, do check it out at subx.finance/private. You can actually get the link on our Telegram group as well. On the side note, I urge everyone to be careful on frauds and scams that's happening on Telegram. It's a common place whenever there's a new IDO, especially a relatively more popular IDO that people who want to take advantage of that will create fraudulent Telegram groups, fraudulent websites, and fraudulent listings on this launchpad platform to kind of try and deceive you from your money. So please be cautious. Ensure that all of your links that you're clicking are the correct links. If you have any doubt, check out our website. All of our links are updated there. You can make sure that you are in our official Telegram group. You know what? Zhemin's gonna paste our official Telegram group on our chat. Make sure that you're in the correct one. There are a couple of fraudulent Telegram groups already, some of them with thousands of people inside. So I urge everyone to be careful and help your friend, share the community if you find any kind of fraud, and together, we can make this a safe space for us, right? We have a question. It's quite inspiring to see that your team is quite young. Can you share more about your team expertise and experience in startups on the blockchain? I'm sure your answers will help to assure us. Absolutely fantastic question. We are relatively young. We are in our mid-20s. We have a track record of launching startups and companies. You can find it on our LinkedIn. For myself, I've launched 2 companies in the past. I exited most of them. I'm running a web development firm as well as a managing partner. We have clients from institutional institutes, from private sectors, from NGOs, and even startups. We have been operating for 3 years. So running business is something that it's not our first rodeo. Joe is a app developer. He owns an app development company that recently just exited an application for $250,000. The application was called Time Block, and he sold it to a very popular reflection journaling company called Reflectly. I'm sure some of you might have heard of that. So me and Joe, we are the majority stakeholder of the company. We put up our own capital to kickstart our operations. And together, me and Joe, we have a good couple of years of successful managing experience to get us from 10 to 20 to 50 to 100. We are currently in an office in Singapore. It's a really nice office in a commercial building. We have full-time staff working on the project. It's not some side hustle operation. We have full-time people dedicated to ensure that our project remains adequately developed, sustained, to grow our project and to bring us to the next level. Absolutely amazing. We have George as well. Shout out to George. I'm sure you're watching this. He's a former managing consultant at the Boston Consulting Group. He is literally the private management consultant of the company. Imagine that. Company pay 5-6 digits to get access to a management consultant, and we have one in our management team. Absolutely fantastic. George recently parted ways with BCG in order to join a crypto venture firm that he is, I think, one of the managing partners as well. George has been instrumental in ensuring that we get a good foothold in Europe. He has opened so many doors for us. A couple of months ago, I was speaking at the Católica Lisbon University to talk about blockchain. He has got good mentors and advisors and professors to come on board in our board of advisor, as well as he's been doing networking in Lisbon, in Europe, to get us access to more clients, more customer, more holders, and to ensure that we actually can grow our project well in the Europe space. So for Lee, you have a question. You're concerned that there is a pump and dump action on launch. As mentioned, we have software to make sure that we front run bots as much as possible. We will counter trade all of this bot fraudulent transaction to ensure that we have a sustainable price floor. We will use the company funds as well to support a price floor. We do not want to go 20x and down to the depth of hell, as previously mentioned. We are looking for sustainable growth over the course of a couple of days. That's going to be really important. Our charts have to look good, got to look clean. That will attract more holders and contributors to our projects. Everyone can play a part by staking their tokens, and in exchange, you will get some APY bonuses, high double-digit APY bonuses from our reward pool. That's absolutely gonna be amazing. So we have a question. What's the relationship with the Startup Boost token? The Startup Boost token is a legacy token. It will not be supported anymore. All of our holders have been migrated over here, as well as the liquidity over from the Subx, from the Startup Boost token will actually be placed into our pre-sale hard cap as well. So that's something that I think would be absolutely great. A lot of people were worried that our hard cap is huge. It's huge. They say that it's 2,000 BNBs. They are really scared of that, but in actual fact, we already probably filled up half of it before we even started, and that's gonna be great. There's gonna be sufficient leeway for people to buy in Pancake Swap to see stable and sustainable price growth, and that's going to be really important, a big priority for us. Who designed the website? That stuff is amazing. It's developed by me and Joe personally. It has our own personal taste to it. We make sure that everything it's according to how we want it. It wasn't outsourced or anything like that. If a project outsources their main website, then that's a project that I would never that I will usually tend to be more skeptical about. Right, our websites, they bone the fundamental of a project, and if the team is not capable of developing their own website, then that's pretty scary. But on that note, if they are not capable of developing their own website, means that they do not have sufficient developers to develop their DeFi and their dApps products as well, and that's where Subx Finance Lab comes in. Right, we are targeting the exact kind of people where they need to actually purchase blockchain as a service products for their use case. They can come to us, we will supply them with the products, and then we acquire a new customer there. So if you are a project owner and you're facing the issues where development is too expensive, Solidity developers are really expensive, or you want to get your products out in a fast, affordable manner, give us a call. We'll be there for you. All right, so we have a use case. What's the main real use case in the future? My man is on our website. We provide blockchain as a service products for businesses to integrate, develop, host their own blockchain applications. In the near future, we will be developing consumer applications as well that are built on top of our infrastructure, and these are applications where everyone can, like you guys, are able to use. The first application that we have developed is a DEX aggregator. It's starting development already. This allows users to get the best rates across decentralized exchanges. You get rebates in SFX tokens, and you get to get a haircut of the fees, and if you pay the fees in SFX tokens as well. Something similar to 1inch with a little bit more kickback for our community. Absolutely amazing. So Wasim, you mentioned that we are a company in the FinTech Association. Can you tell more about it? The Singapore FinTech Association is a really interesting organization. What they do is that they actually provide connections, networking, and support to FinTech companies in Singapore. They have a relatively strict list entry criteria. It took us approximately 2 months to convince them to accept us. There are some projects in Singapore like Cake DeFi by Dr. Julian that are also in this organization. Being in the Singapore FinTech Association allows us to reach out to these people, to these stakeholders, to collaborate, to form partnerships, as well as to reach out to more customers. And more customers is great for us because that means more people are going to buy the SFX token. That's going to be great for our price action. So we have another question. Are there going to be vesting period for the private pre-sale? As mentioned, we do not feel there's a need to have a vesting period because the pricing for the private sale and the pre-sale is exactly identical. If for some reason, for a project that have a 20% discount for their private sale holder, then yes, definitely, right, they should probably be vesting their tokens. In our case, on average, most of the people who contribute to our private sale contribute 8 BNB, which is the maximum contribution in our pre-sale anyway. So there's no need for us to to vest these tokens. If someone has given us excessive amount of tokens, we actually reach out to them, telling them that's too much, and we will be refunding a portion of that so that there are more opportunities for people to join us in the public pre-sale. Yeah, so it's 10 p.m. in Singapore, so I apologize if my answers are getting a little bit sluggish. We have just completed a fantastic Pink Sale AMA as well. We have 172 people here asking questions, and I think it's absolutely great. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here with us. So, Hardy has an interesting question. What kind of risk management if SFX gets exploited, like some of the coin in the BSC chain, like Bunny and BFI? Are there any contingency plans that Subx team have? So, the SFX token is a relatively standard BEP20 token. It has been audited by it's using a pre-audited contract by Certic and Hacken. There is no complex functions and mechanism behind the Subx Finance Lab token. We do not have very complex master chef nodes or anything like that that can be exploited. We are not a DEX. We do not have complex DEX features and mechanisms in our contract. That leaves very limited, in fact, almost no entry for exploitation of our contract, right? It's a standard BP20 contract. It is gonna be renounced as well. In terms of contract wise, that's not where our concern lies. We are more concerned about the security of our DeFi application and infrastructures themselves. Those can be potentially exploited, and thus it's our responsibility and the development team's responsibility to make sure that they are audited, they are well constructed with proper risk management strategies in place, such as risk controls, risk controls, proper access management, and to ensure that we have a lot of server backups, right? So we spend thousands of dollars on our hosting and server infrastructure every month. There's a lot of money, and we are investing in our infrastructure to ensure that we are able to scale fast and in a sustainable manner. So, Alex, you have a question. What is the minimum purchase of BNB and our private sale that's going to be ending soon? The minimum contribution is 8 BNB. But for the most people, I think a lot of people are more interested to join us in our public pre-sale that will be happening in approximately 24 hours. The minimum contribution will be 0.1 BNB and the maximum contribution will be 8 BNB, right? There will be sufficient space for people to join our public pre-sale. It's going to be great. For those who do not get an opportunity to join our pre-sale, you can catch us on Pancake Swap. We will be launching immediately. As soon as possible, there we will be providing the guides and the tutorial to ensure that your experience in purchasing SFX tokens will be as smooth and seamless as possible. Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to give a warning to everyone to ensure that you do not fall prey to scams. There are some fraudulent listing on PancakeSwap, on PingSale, even on Telegram, where fraudsters are trying to target you guys to part away with your money. Be really careful. We have not launched yet, and all official announcements should be checked on our social media, which you guys should follow. Follow us on Discord, on Twitter, on Telegram, to make sure that you do not miss out all of the important announcement, and to make sure that your sources of information are legitimate. Fun fact, our Discord channel was launched approximately like 5 days ago, and we already have almost 700 people on our Discord channel. That's amazing, right? That's absolutely amazing. We thank you guys there. We're going to have fun there. Discord is a little bit more structured than Telegram. So if you have any burning questions, or if you want to partake in a more structured conversation, you can join us on Discord. There is a strict capture verification process that you're going to go through. We're going to make sure that our Discord remains safe for constructive conversation, as well as for us as a community to hang out there. The team actually gets on Discord every day. We are in the private team channel, but you are able to see us get online every day. So you know we are working hard to make this project a success. You will definitely see 7 to 10 people online during Singapore office working hours working on the project. Once in a while, we come into the public voice chat just to answer any questions and to meet you guys and talk and answer any questions and listen to all the opinions and suggestions you guys have. So Ice, you have a question. What's the buy and sell tax? Any mechanism in place for Sniper bot at launch? Yes, we have mentioned there is no buy and sell tax for the SFX token. We have software to front run any suspicious bot transactions to ensure that our pricing is as much as possible clean and unmanipulated. So how much BNB have we sold up now onto our private sale? I think we are reaching the 600s, higher 600 BNB limit. All of this entire amount will be placed into our pre-sale, right? So, and remember, our private sale and our pre-sale, they have the exact identical pricing. There's no financial incentive for you to kind of join the private sale, except the fact to secure your allocation. People who participate on our private sale mostly are a good portion of them are our institutional investors that will be holding on to our tokens in the long term. They will want to kind of confirm their allocation, and thus they will join our private sale. Our private sale is still live. It's going to be taken down really soon in a couple of hours. You can get access to our private sale at subx.finance/private. The button is on our main page as well. You can hit on to subx.finance to get the link to access our private sale. We will announce when our private sale is about to end, and we will spend the remaining time to perform KYC and anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism checks on all of our private sale contributors, and then we will dispense the tokens out when we launch on Pancake Swap. For all of our private sale contributors out there right now, first of all, I thank you for your contribution, and you will be able to check your dashboard at subx.finance/mpsd to see your contributions and your KYC status on the dashboard. We will be sending all this information on the Telegram group. You will be able to check it out right there. If your KYC is rejected, we will hold on to your tokens until you have successfully submitted your documents. You will be able to get your tokens at the pricing that the private sale pricing, so you do not have to worry anything about that. The only inconvenience is you might not get your tokens at launch if you are not KYC approved. So make sure you check the panel. Really important to make sure that you're approved. And if you're not approved, do check your email. Joe has been sending out emails to everyone who has some issues with their KYC to get additional documents. And if you have any issues with anything regarding the private sale, please email Joe at subx.finance or reach out to him on Telegram. He will be able to sort it out with you. Thank you very much. Please give the link of the site and the Telegram link. I am posting the website URL right now on our chat right there, and let me go and paste our Telegram URL as well. To give me a minute. All right. So guys, I will be taking a 30 seconds break for a moment. I'll be taking a water break. I will continue this AMA for a couple more questions before I'll be calling it a day, and the team's gonna prepare for our pre-sale tomorrow. So in the meanwhile, guys, give me 30 seconds to have a water break, and I'll see you guys really soon. Hi guys, I'm back. Thank you for giving me the time to get a water break. I will now answer the remaining questions that we have. I might not be able to answer every single question, but I think I got most of the important, or at least the popular questions done already. Let me see for what other questions that we have right here. Kevin, you're asking, is there an existing crypto project that rivals your blockchain as a service business model? There are a couple of good projects that offer blockchain as a service. Blockchain as a service is huge in general. There are different kind of applications that you can actually offer as a blockchain as a service. In fact, even Pinksil, right, offering a launchpad platform, that itself is a blockchain as a service business model. A company offering the similar infrastructure and applications that we have, not yet, but if we get successful, then it's only a matter of time. That's why we We'll always be constantly upgrading our products to stay competitive, to form good relationship with our customers so that they will continue using our products, and our sales team will be mercilessly hunting down new prospects to actually purchase and use our infrastructure. And all this is great because the more people we have using our infrastructure, the more valuable the SFX token is gonna be, right? And something that a lot of people also kind of forget to understand that is when we actually provide infrastructure to businesses, especially crypto businesses, their community will get to know about us. The community will get to know about what we do, and they might potentially be looking forward to be a holder of the SFX token as well. So that's absolutely fantastic. A question from Telegram: is that a cooldown measure between each transaction? How does that front running software works? Okay, interesting question. So how the front running transaction works is that if there are anything or there any transaction that surpass a certain threshold, we will try and front run a transaction to kind of counteract that. So if there's a huge sell off, we will try and counteract with a huge buy. If there's a unnaturally large buy in, we will counteract with a sell to kind of prevent that from manipulating our price. One important measure that we have is that the human measure is the best. We have people sitting in front of the computer with charts, with the software ready to ensure that our growth is going to be sustainable. We're going to make sure that there's no one that we're going to minimize all of the manipulation that's happening on every single IDO launch out there. While we cannot stop it, and we are not claiming that we can stop all of this manipulation, we will try our best to make sure that as much as possible we minimally support a price floor, as well as to suppress any suspicious transaction that's going on our day of launch and on the subsequent days as well. So I hope that answered your question. I would like to give anyone an opportunity to ask a remainder question. I see we have 160 people online here. That's amazing. You guys have been listening me talk for the past hour. I appreciate all the time that you guys spent today, and we will grow together as a community, right? Thick and thin together. So the last question that I'm going to take: how big is the team, including the marketing team and the dev team? Fantastic question, and I think that's a great question to end off this AMA. I'm really proud of my team. A good portion of us, 75% of us, are working here full-time as full-time consultants and full-time employees. We have 4 people in our management team: myself as a CEO, Joe as a COO, George as our CSO, and Samin as our CMO. We have 4 people in addition to our development team. So remember, me and Joe, we are the web developers ourselves. I am a Solidity developer. I make sure that the product that I push out are up to quality. The developers that we have are working full-time to ensure that the rest of the product stack is good. We are developing and we are hiring 3 to 4 more developers in the course of the month. We have already posted up the job listing. We have already interviewed people, and if you are savvy enough, you'll be able to find the job listing on the internet. So if you can find that, I'll buy you coffee for the first person that can kind of post some of our job listing on the Telegram group. We have G1 in communications, Geoffrey in community to manage Discord. We have Leah and John and Benjamin, actually, who just joined us in our marketing and sales. We are hiring 2 more people in our marketing and sales team. These are important people that will be used to find new clients as well as to promote and brand our company. We have Nelly, who is a designer, and we have some of the stakeholders in the company, Arvid and Ayushman, helping out the operations. Of course, we have our moderators as well: Melvin, Julian, Jet. Shout out to you guys. We have a shout out to Lucas as well for helping us to moderate our chats. We have moderators that contribute their time. We once in a while provide them some sort of compensation to kind of help us to make sure that we can maintain the chat while the team is asleep. Most of us are based in Singapore, so we are following a +8 GMT timing. George is based in Lisbon, so he kind of covers us a little bit when we are asleep. We are growing a team in Lisbon as well, so that's going to be great. We should have people on the clock 24/7 that are contactable, and that's going to be really important to attract more people around the world. We do have consultants as well. Shout out to Shukran, Dominic, for giving us good advice to ensure that our project remain supported, that we have good information from subject matter experts, and we are actually announcing our board of advisors really soon. It's going to be really exciting. Do look out for that. That's going to be absolutely great. We actually do have a couple of advisors in the past. We actually removed them from our website first. We want to make sure that we get a full team ready, and then we're going to announce it. Absolutely fantastic. So I have one. I think one question I just wanna to kind of address. So our token contract is supplied by TrustSwap. We use TrustSwap service to mint our token, and their service and their contracts are all pre-audited by Certic and by Hacken. So you can verify all this information in the link and link.subx.finance/audit. The links will be pasted in our Telegram group as well. The contracts that we are used are pre-audited by Certic and by Hacken, right? And we are going to renounce this contract as well. These contracts are as tight as it goes. It's a standard, relatively standard BEP20 token contract. Absolutely fantastic because we use TrustSwap service as well. So TrustSwap is also a blockchain as a service provider that offers enterprise solutions. We work with them to get our tokens minted out, and we will be using some of their infrastructure as well in the future to complement what we are offering. We are leveraging on all of these existing protocols and platforms to grow our ecosystem. There is no point in our development philosophy is to leverage of all the great existing protocols in the market and integrate them into our product ecosystem. There are many powerful protocols such as the 0x protocol with dedicated team behind them. We do not need to reinvent the wheel. We leverage on the best of such protocols into our products and combine them into a defensible and profitable ecosystem. So that's our development philosophy. We will take the best of whatever we have in the market, and we will make them into really profitable, cost-effective products that we can deliver to our customers. And I think that is one of our strongest value proposition that we can offer businesses to integrate Web3 technologies into products and services in an extremely seamless manner, and for our holders to kind of benefit from the increased demand and volume of SFX token to interact with our application ecosystem. And I think the most attractive is to obtain APY rewards for staking their SFX token. Absolutely fantastic. Lee, you have a question. If ownership is renounced on the contract, how can you guys develop further? We develop our products on separate smart contracts, and the SFX token is the bridge and is the mechanism that we use for transacting, for purchasing and use, and for the usage of our product. It does not need to have complicated token features. That's why we keep it simple. We keep it clean. It's a relatively standard BP20 token pre-audited by Certic and Hacken. Our liquidity tokens as well as our reward pool will be eventually handed off to the DAO. Currently, it's locked in PingSale. We will move them to a DAO, and in the event where we need to actually migrate to perhaps Pancake Swap version 3, or maybe we want to have some improvement in our token contract, we will be able to migrate our liquidity over to a new contract with the approval of the DAO. So we have that covered. So I hope that answered your question. I know that some of you guys might have a little bit more questions for us, but I think we have spent 2 hours doing AMAs already. I'm going to take a little bit of rest and to prepare for our extremely fantastic launch tomorrow. If you guys have any question, do type it out on our Telegram group and on our Discord. We have people trying to reply as much as possible to make sure that all of your queries are answered in a timely and appropriate manner. So with that, I thank everyone for coming on board to our AMA, for our PingSale AMA as well as our YouTube AMA. And I will leave you guys with one of my favorite videos of the market, one of my favorite videos. Like, just give me a moment, let me pull it up. And without further ado,